Get ready to get ready. Coming to you live from the MFG studios in the heart of America's summer golf capital. We help you play better golf. It's time to get your game on and take it deep. This is the Mike Fay Golf Show. Here's your host, Mike Fay.
Well, good evening, everyone. Oh, there he is. There he is again. Do you see him right there? Who is that guy? No, you're not. You're not Mike Fay. Yes, you are. But I am. So welcome to the show tonight. Oh, there we go. Now we're all set. I am Mike Fay, the Director of Player Performance here at the Boyne Golf Academy, and thank you so much for joining us for our live stream tonight with golf's most interactive online show. We have some very talented PGA professionals here tonight to discuss golf with you and have some fun. So, gentlemen, would you like to introduce yourselves? Go ahead, Frank.
Yes, I'm Frank Costello. I am the teaching professional at the St. Clair Golf Club in St. Clair, Michigan. I'm also a master professional. Weather here today, 62 degrees, partly cloudy. We got a little rain. Actually, last evening we got 3/4 of an inch of rain, and our club is now on cart paths only until further notice because our superintendent still hasn't. There's some areas on our golf course that haven't even been cut yet because it's been such a wet spring. So hopefully it's going to be the next 3 days of no rain, and possibly we can start drying out and getting more people out on the course.
Sounds good, Frank. My name's Brent Davis. I'm an Australian PGA professional. I'm working for the PGA at the moment and also coach out of the Sandhurst Golf Club out here with the PGA Centre for Learning and Performance. And I think my karma's coming to bite me on the backside with our rainy few days. I think after giving you guys such a hard time about the cold, it's come to get me. But again, cold for us is not cold for you guys.
I'm Jason Hellman, PGA of Canada professional. Won a couple of awards. Weather here is cold, about a 5-club win today. No one really played golf. Got an email this week. I'm headed to Ireland next Sunday, and apparently they can't grow grass over there either. We're playing off mats in the fairways at La Hinch, so that should be interesting. But they've had a cool season too, so it's not just a North American thing. It's also happening in Europe. So, yeah, looking forward to the show. We got some good topics to talk about. I'll flip it back to Mike.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Today up here in northern Michigan, 53, very windy. Hold on to your hat. Lots of branches going down and cold. So, tough go at it. Looks like next weekend temperature's going to be around 70 degrees, which would be very, very nice. We had a couple days that were nice like that, but the spring's been tough. Not near as much rain as Frank, though, downstate. You guys are getting hammered with rain, but we haven't had near as much. We had just enough to get things going. I tell you what, you hit it in the rough here at Boyne. It's thick. It's thick. You got to hit it. You got to have some loft and get it up and out of there. So everybody that's coming to visit us, hit it out of the rough with some loft. Okay, tonight, first topic is going to be the U.S. Women's Open. And we had 6-1, right, Rent?
Yeah, that's it. That's what she wants to be known as, because there's a whole lot of Korean players with her full name, so that's always that's a good thing. But it's a good way to identify yourself. Handy for sponsors. I'm sure there'll be someone out there who will help her out with some sponsorship with a distinctive name like Six.
Absolutely, very cool, right, Frank? We're looking at some of the stuff and what she's done going into this over the last year. She's been playing super duper golf, right?
She's been playing real well. She had to be one of the favorites going into the week, and it's always nice to see a player with good form coming out ahead.
Yes, very, very good. She hung on, though, at the end. Started to, the wheels on the bus started coming off, but she held on, which was pretty cool to see. It was awesome. Also, finishing up today was Memorial. And just blazing the field, Mr. Cantley today, right, Jay? 64.
Yeah. I didn't quite catch any of it, but 64 is pretty solid around that golf course.
Yeah, he went nuts on the back nine going in, but Brent, your fellow countryman, giving him a go on the back.
Yeah, go on, Scotty. You're starting to play right. He just hits it so good. You see some of those highlights and see those shot traces and just think, man, I wish I could hit my shot like that. It's just the guy is just a ball striking machine. So it's good to see him play well, and hopefully that bodes well coming into Peeble.
Yeah, he had a turkey on the back nine. So it Cantley, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Right?
And a couple of chances down the stretch as well. So nearly birdied the last couple as well. So it was thereabouts. But don't want to peak too early. Just want to peak coming into Peeble Beach. So hopefully he does well then.
Other notables from Memorial playing good. Martin Keimer. What do you think of that, Frank?
I think that's pretty good. I mean, he had a good lead going into today. He faltered a little bit, didn't play his best game, but it's good to see him back in the hunt and back playing well.
Yes, absolutely.
He's
Streelman
for
played
the
good.
US Open too.
Yes, he could. You are exactly right.
Yeah.
He
Played
could win
well
the
in
US
Pinehurst
Open.
a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Streelman played awesome today. 66. Streelman. So.
Do you think Tiger just switched it off on the last few holes just to save a few for the Open? He was 7 under through 10 or something, wasn't he, today? So
yeah, he made a little run, Brent, and it looked like he was going to jump right into the mix, but then he got on the bogey train for a bit, and that derailed him.
Yeah, probably just turned it off just a touch. Save a few birdies for next week.
He's still shot 5 under though. I mean, he played great.
As I said, he was just he couldn't get there, so he just obviously turned it off a little bit coming down the stretch.
I look up here. There was some Duffnering going on as well. I don't know. He's right there.
Yeah, he's another guy that's been missing in action for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see him up there.
Yes. So tied 7th with Mr. Speed, who obviously found his putter. It's awesome. Rolling his onion. It's good. Matsuyama up there again. Haven't seen his name in a little bit. It's good. It was a great tournament.
Same with Bud Colley. I haven't seen Bud Colley's name for a while.
Bud. Yeah, Grillo played good for a little while. Now he's back up in there. Yeah, this is going to be a very exciting U.S. Open. Ricky Fowler right in there. I mean, it was good. Next week, Jay, we got Canadian Open going on at Hamilton,
Canadian
right?
Open this week. Yeah, I think I'm going to head down there on Friday afternoon and see what's going on. They got a big concert on Friday night, so that should be fun. Which kind of odd to have a big concert at a golfing event, but I guess it's to try and get new people into the game and stimulate some chat about golf. I don't know.
How many people usually go to that, Jay? Do you know? Is there a lot?
It's sold out Friday.
Really?
Yeah. All the tickets are sold. So.
Wow. Very cool. And then they've got those extracurricular stuff going on, which is neat.
Yeah, the Florida Georgia Line, I think, and a couple of other big name bands.
Very cool. Well, how many people typically go to some of the major events in Australia, Brent? What do you think?
We would love to get the type of fields that you guys get over there and the type of crowds. We don't obviously get the type of people that you guys get over there, but they're generally supported well. That event we spoke about a while ago, the Vic PGA, when the guys and the girls play together, that was certainly well received, and they got to walk the fairways with the players there in certain places, so that was obviously good. But our big events tend to get a fairly decent sized gallery, but obviously we're not quite in the stratosphere like you guys are over there.
Yeah, it gets going. I mean, I don't know. Frank, have you ever been to Phoenix, or Jay, to Phoenix to go see the?
I have not, but I did go.
I have not.
Did go to the Vic Open last year.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, it's the What Mace Management now it's called, right? So I went there for a number of years, even before they even made it bigger and bigger and made the stadium, and they just had stands there on 16 and 16? No, what hole is that? The one, the par 3 in the back there. But anyway, with 400,000 people, I mean, it is unbelievable there. And it is so much fun because of the way in which that the golf course was built, to be able to see a whole bunch of holes at once wherever you are on top of these hills, looking basically down like a stadium into the golf course. Really cool.
You know, Mike, I'm anxious to see what the Rocket Mortgage Classic is going to have as far as attendance.
Yes. That's for those of you that don't know, we have not had a tour event here in Michigan for a while, right, Frank? Since Buick Open stopped coming at
Right.
Warwick. So that's been a long time. Oh gosh, how many years? It's got to be 10 or more.
10 years, yeah, at least.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is quite exciting to have this in Michigan and getting the kids rounded up and together and figuring out when we can go see them. And you know, I'll probably give everybody some updates once we find out who's going to be coming and committed and stuff like that. So it is cool that Country Club. So it's good.
We have President's Cup coming to Melbourne shortly as well, so hopefully there'll be plenty to cheer home the international team in that one.
Yes.
It was this at Royal Melbourne, which was the last place the internationals won. So hopefully we can set up a nice firm and fast golf course that might blow you Yanks out of the water a little bit.
Like hitting like 9-iron off the tee.
There might be a Canadian on that team too. You never know, right?
Yeah, if we can get them in there and play it hard and fast and set up a bit of local inside information, which is, I think, where you guys struggled last time. It was nice and firm early on, and we jumped you out of the gate. So if we can do that again this year, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I guess it's you and I against Frank and Mike, right?
Yeah, definitely.
International. So
that's right.
Corey Connor's trying to make that team. So
yeah, let's get him in there and get some Australians teamed up with some other the overseas guys, and let's set up a nice, firm, fast golf course that you guys can't handle, and we'll be all good.
We might have to make some picks before that, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah,
we'll
definitely.
Make picks.
Maybe even a wager or two.
No, definitely. I'll be in on that. As I said, I just have to have a little word to the guys to firm, fast golf course. You guys just can't play firm and fast, so we'll see how it goes.
No, it's just high and spinny.
That's it.
That's it. Well, checking in on Facebook, Jason Sedan, Dave Roman. Welcome, you guys.
Hey, Jay, how's it going?
And Mrs. Lavely's checking in, too. It's awesome to have you on. Josh played awesome today down in Lansing for Callaway Meyer Junior Tour. If you guys saw my Facebook feed, and he won an event in the playoffs, so congrats, Josh. Good playing, buddy.
That's How many wins is that now? 2? 3?
This year? There's been a few, yes.
Good.
We're doing good. Getting ready for states next weekend. So it'll be good. Let's see. What else did we want to talk about tonight? Oh, yes. We want to talk about, I want to know from you guys out there, what are your favorite tips to play ready golf? What do you think? What are some of your favorite tips to play ready golf? I've got some here from a book that was given to me that is pretty cool called Ready Golf here. And we want to know from you guys. What do you think? What are some of the things that help you play faster?
Play faster.
Yeah.
Hit the ball in the hole in fewer strokes.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the pin staying in is actually, I think, helping quite a bit. Mm-hmm. Although there is some discrepancies. Like some people need it, some people don't need it. So that is starting to happen at my club, where, one guy says he needs it, the other guy says he doesn't need it. So, yeah, he said, the one player today said, I actually have to go up and take the pin out myself, because the other guy needs it. So he's off his thing at his ball or marker or whatever he's getting ready. But never trump a birdie. So even if you're playing ready golf, just never trump that birdie.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just
It's
bad
kind of
luck.
disrespectful, and you're right, bad luck. Not good.
Yeah.
Not good. What do you think, Frank, about Ready Golf? What would be your
I
best
think
tip?
one of the things you can do is have your if you use a laser marker, have your laser with you. Take a couple clubs with you, because typically, if you've played enough golf, you've got a pretty good idea what your distance is and what you're going to hit from that distance. But you can save a lot of time if you're not running back and forth to your bag or your cart or wherever it is. So take your GPS with you, take a couple clubs with you, shoot your number, and find out what your distance is, and then select the proper club, hit, and get back.
Well, maybe your cart path golf will be discontinued soon.
We hope so,
doubt.
Jason.
Either that or Noah will be coming. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. What do you think, Brent? What's your favorite
Yeah.
tip to help people play fast?
Yeah, it's just being simple. One of the biggest things I see is the average player sits there and they all watch one player hit, and then they start to work out what shot they've got to hit and what club they've got to use. Do all your calculations while the other guys are hitting, so as soon as it's your turn to play, you can go straight away. So don't waste time staring around watching everyone else play and then start to work out what club you got to hit and what shot you got to hit. Just do all that while everyone else is playing, and then you can go. Same as on the greens when you're reading putts. Do all that while the other guys are putting, and then you can just go as soon as it's your turn.
Yeah, one of the rules changes was searching for a golf ball from 5 minutes to 3 minutes, which means that, taking it down from 5, whatever. Yeah, people would search for a golf ball forever, right?
They do, and that definitely speeds up my golf, because I hit at least 6 in the scrub every round, so that definitely speeds up.
I mean, you're right though. Don't you think that if you're going to search that long and you haven't found it by now, it's going to be horrible and you don't want to hit it anyway?
Yeah, I don't want to find it if I can't find it in 3 minutes.
Well, here's what happens at my club. Like, we have a couple of cliffs, so you hit it off the cliff, goes down the cliff, and the academy course is in the middle, right? It's called the Down Under course because Norman designed the golf club. So it's down under in the middle of the quarry. So I'm down there the other day doing a playing lesson, and this guy drives down onto the 5th hole, parks his cart. He has no clubs on his cart, walks up the hill, right in front, walks across the green in front, and I think he's lost a club or forgot a club, and he's just getting a club and run back to the cart. But no, he climbs the hill. He's, I don't know, 70 plus, not in very good shape, and starts ball hawking. And I'm like, what is this guy doing? So I go over and I speak to him and I go, sir, like, are you down here playing golf? And he goes, no, I lost my Pro V on 16. I've just come to get it. And I'm like, I said, are you kidding me right now? He's like, no. And I found like 5 or 6 more really good balls here too. And I said, okay, all right. Well, let me just tell you, you're not allowed to climb the hills, because if you fall and break your ankle or break your leg, no one knows you're down here because you're not playing golf. So you're not checked in. So he goes, I said, do you have your phone with you? And he went, no, I actually left it in the clubhouse. And I'm like, see? So no one would, now you're really screwed, because no one's going to know you're down here. You could have broken your leg and you can't call anybody. So now what are you going to do? And he went, I see your point. All right. I said, so no more climbing these hills. Like, I'm talking, these hills are like straight up. And it's mud, dirt, hills. It's like I don't know, almost, it's straight vertical.
But come on, Jason, golf balls are expensive. You can't afford to lose too many down there.
Apparently, that's why he was trying to find 6 or 7 more, I guess.
It's worth getting injured or dying out there if you just get a golf ball back.
So I told him once, or I just happened to be down there that one time, and then of course I was down there again, and I saw a gentleman doing the same thing. He started on 2, and then went to 3, and then went to 4. So I called the shop. They sent someone down. Guess who it was? Same guy. But he had a Sunday bag on his cart this time. So he didn't hit one shot, and he just walked around the golf course just picking up balls. So I don't know, if you can't afford to play, if you can't afford golf balls, don't play golf, I guess. I don't know. It's bad enough I find range balls down there all the time because people hit range balls too.
You just beat me to it. I was going to say, just go and steal some from the range and it'd be right.
Yeah, no, they already do that. So,
well, big shout out to everybody watching us right now on Periscope. Got a bunch on there. Cody Smith, welcome. And everybody else that you guys, I mean, we're going through this, and a lot of you don't watch this live, and I totally understand. Join in, make some comments even in the replays, guys. We want you to participate in what we're doing. So there's a lot of people that watch this on the replay on either on Facebook or Periscope or YouTube, or if you're listening on iTunes, right?
Feel free to give us your best ball hawking story.
Yeah, we want to know what's happening. Yes, the shovel on the stick, right, Frank? Go and get those out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
You want to chat about the sponsor there, Mike?
Yes, we have a new sponsor. More details to come, but this past week, Hack Motion is going to be sponsoring what we do. So thank you so much, Hack Motion. Be good stuff, and we'll have some links on the website to all that stuff and be talking about them on every one of our live streams and what we do with the podcast and all that stuff. So thank you, Hack Motion. And we'll be doing some stuff with those guys, some videos and that. If you don't know Hack Motion, it's an awesome wrist sensor that really helps you play better. And I'll be doing some stuff. Yeah, it's good. Really, really good.
Just quickly back to the U.S. Open, the Women's Open. First $1 million winner? Is that the stat?
Yes.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome that they've broken that barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next one is what, 1,500,000, right? For the, what is it?
That's good that their sponsorship is
it's
getting
going good. Yeah, it's
upgraded, that the purses are getting bigger.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, definitely a good thing.
Yeah, for the CME, it's going to be the winner receives 1.5. So they're doing really, really good. It's awesome. Good stuff. Really good.
Just while you're talking about that, it's a nice little reminder for playing golf in the storms to stay away from the trees with that little lightning strike.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. I saw that on all the social media platforms.
That made a hell of a mess of that tree. So just a warning out there to everyone: make sure that if you are caught in a lightning storm, stay away from the trees, stay away from the high points.
Yep.
Yes, do that for sure. Get off the golf course. And what do you think, Frank? You ever been caught in lightning on the golf course?
Yeah, at Black River probably about 15 years ago. It's not pretty. I saw it strike a tree probably 10 feet from me. Thank goodness it, when it dropped the other way, but it was pretty scary.
Yeah, not good.
And it's loud when it hits too, isn't it? It's like super loud.
Yes,
it is.
Loud.
The nice thing about these storm apps on your phone is that they give you a little notification now. Lightning is struck within 3 miles of your area. So, I mean, you can quickly go on and see what's going on around you.
Right.
Obviously, you can see it or hear it if the storm's coming in, but you just jump on the app and see what's going. I use Storm Radar. That's the app I use. And then you can just see what's happening around you, if it's going north or going east or west or south or what's happening. So, download one of those apps if you don't have one.
Yeah, I know the middle part of the country, Frank, we were talking about it. There's some really bad storms here over the last month or so, Brent, where a lot of people that, plus the cold temperatures and that were, wintering down south would come back up north for the summer, and they just stayed down there just because even just the weather, getting back through that area was so tough with the thunderstorms and tornadoes and stuff. So, yeah, it's been rough go.
Just be safe out there, guys. If you are caught in it, it's not worth getting injured or dying over. So
No.
It's just a game of golf.
No.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Absolutely.
Even if you're having the round of your life.
Yeah, but you can always come back out and finish it off later on.
Even if you are. Something cool coming up. I know that you had some cool junior golf stuff going on, right, Jay? This past week? What did you get started with?
This past week? Oh,
Yeah.
I had my Club Linkster started yesterday. So we got 13 new little golfers started up from ages 4 to 10. So that was fun day yesterday, and they got 4 weeks of clinics for the month of June. So that should be it's always fun. Get them involved in the game and get them started.
Absolutely. No, it's all good stuff. We had dry chip putt train camp. Some kids there. That was fun. Got things going. Coming up this week, our first PGA Junior League for the first tee of Northern Michigan. Wednesday, we got practice. Got a bunch of kids signed up for that, so excited about that. And even getting some high school kids in there too playing. So should be pretty neat, having a really good mixture between the older kids and the younger kids, helping them play better. Plus, we got some good competition for the older high school kids too, which is good. So it's going to be a fun program that we're running at First Tee. Frank, I know that it's been raining a ton, but any plans this next week for teaching golfing?
Yes. Yeah. Fortunately, my schedule is starting to pick up a little bit now, just because it's getting to be June and our driving range is finally open, and people are at least inquiring about lessons now. Plus, our weather looks good for the next 3 to 4 days, so my schedule is starting to fill up, which is wonderful. I'm looking forward to getting out there with some players. I've got one player going to States at the end of the week, so we're going to be working together this week, and just my other regular, I would tell you, lesson clientele, as well as some of the members are starting to call me now too for lessons. So hopefully this weather thing is going to break. It's been a really, really tough spring for the golf industry in this area. Well, in our state in particular, it's been terrible.
Yeah, it's been tough. But yeah, like I said, this weekend can be nice, which should be good. And we got states coming up, right? So wish all you kids good luck out there. Play good. Brent, what's going on this time of year for golf instruction wise? Everything turning indoors now?
Yeah, pretty much. The guys, all the good operators have got some sort of indoor or undercover facility. Obviously, we don't have to shut it down as much as you guys do with the snow, but just to get a bit more comfortable, I tend to take my coaching indoors to the learning centre. We've got TrackMan and stuff in there, so we can tend to use that for our ball flight. But yeah, it tends to go a little bit more indoors. We get out where we can, and as I said, we don't cop the real bad stuff that you guys get, so we can still get outside most days. But just in the evening ones, because it's getting darker earlier. It's dark by about 5:30 these days now, so we tend to do our after work coaching. Don't smile at 5:30. I know it's probably dark at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I just Hellman was here. He visited me, and even a little longer than Frank, right? I mean, it's still light out here right now. Yeah, it'll stay light till like 10:30 here.
9:30 here now. It's dark where I am, but
yeah.
So we tend to take the after work coaching sessions now indoors and then do it through there because it's just more comfortable. You can get in there and you can do all your stuff inside with TrackMan and that kind of stuff. So it's all good.
Yeah, you don't even know what cold is.
As I said, after being in China for that 12, 18 months and coaching over there when it snowed for 3 months of the year or 4 months of the year and minus 20, minus 25 Celsius, that just broke me. I had no idea. We could literally not get outside and hit a couple of balls.
That's what it's like here.
It's like that every day. Mm-hmm.
I could not handle that, and I was very fortunate that the company I was working for bought a golf course in Sydney to bring the players down here to train in the colder months. But for the few weeks, I had thermals and fall jumpers on and beanies, and would fall on my backside every time I tried to walk on the snow and the ice. It was not very good for this big fat Australian.
You are funny.
Brent, when we owned our golf course in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, one time we got 14 inches of snow on May the 3rd.
Wow.
So we couldn't even open the golf course until May 14th.
I'll have to post some of the clips of the snow, and it was a weird feeling for me because I'm used to Australian on the beach and on the ocean, seeing nice sand and nice waves, but there was snow on the beach. I'd never seen that before. So we had snow in Australia there. It's in the mountains. It's not supposed to be on the beach. You're at sea level. It's not supposed to be snowing at sea level.
No.
So you took some pictures of it when that happened?
I did. I'll find some. So I was in Taiwan in 2008 and then China in 2009 and the start of 2010. And I was coaching over there and had some pretty cool experiences, but the snow was not fun. But then the other interesting thing was when we got back to the accommodation we were staying in, they had us in an apartment. We were on the top floor, and the heating in China is either on or it's off. So being up the top, we had all the heat coming up from the bottom apartments up into our apartment. So you'd come back from coaching in the thermals and you'd end up stripping down to your underwear because it was unbelievably hot. We had the window open and the snow coming in because it was that hot in the apartments. And my wife at the time was pregnant, or my current wife. My wife was pregnant at the time, and she was had a little furnace inside of her as it was. So she was sitting at the window with the snow coming in, trying to keep cool. So it was a fun time, but certainly a challenge.
Oh man, that sounds not like a lot of fun at all.
But, so I had some awesome kids over there, some awesome experiences coaching in Asia, and it was certainly good fun. But there was some challenging times, but there was some great times as well.
Frank, look who's on Facebook right now.
Billy Post?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Mr. Post.
Yes, the postman.
Yes, he is.
Just send it.
He's the man. I like that. Thank
Billy's
you
a
for
good
watching,
man.
Mr. Post.
He's a real good man.
Very, very cool.
Green Bay Packer fan.
Yes.
I like the Packers.
I do not.
I do not either.
Yeah. That's okay,
I'm
though.
actually a Saints fan, but I like the Packers. I like the Packers when Favre played for them.
We will still go see a Lions Saints game together, Jay.
Are they in
one of
town
our
this
things.
year?
I don't know. I gotta look.
They played opposite last year, so
They did.
get the tickets.
When they come to Detroit, we'll go.
It's got to be this year. I'm sure they played in New Orleans last year.
When do you leave for Ireland?
June 9th.
Okay. I'm just trying to plan how much fun we're going to have when you're not here.
All right.
And how long will you be gone?
I'll be sure to tune in on social media and comment.
I've got a page full of insults here all ready to go.
Well, he might. You never know. He might try and do it.
I'm gonna have some one of my members stop me today. He's like, "Be sure and get Slain whiskey. Slain whiskey. Try that when you're over there." I'm like, "All right." So I'll make sure I have a bunch of whiskey in me on Sunday night.
Okay. Well, it's going to be the next day, or it'll be middle of the night.
Oh, it doesn't matter what time. I'll make sure I comment.
Thought they call whiskey in Canada rye.
Yeah, I know, but in Ireland it's whiskey, so.
Okay.
So I got to go with what they say over there.
Yes, Mr. Post says he was at the Red Fox in the snow on May 3rd. Yes, Frank.
He remembers that.
Yes, he does. That's awesome. Very, very cool. No, we're doing that. Well, do we have any final thoughts, gents? Before we go here?
It's a big week here in Michigan, Mike, with the boys state finals. I'm really looking forward to the level of competition and seeing the kids just go out there and have some fun and play well.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope those guys play your best. That's all you can do, and have fun and really enjoy the moment.
Nope, I'm just gonna go to the Canadian Open, RBC Canadian Open this week on the Friday afternoon. Looking forward to seeing what Koepka does. He said he loves Canada. It's a pretty traditional golf course, so a lot of the players really like it. Old school golf course. So, hopefully, I think that's why they got a better draw this year too. Also, the timing is better. So the week before, what's the following week is PGA, right? Or no, sorry, U.S. Open.
U.S. Open.
U.S. Open.
And And then 2 weeks go by, and then is it the PGA right after that?
No, the PGA
was just happened
a couple of weeks ago.
Oh no,
The British the Open.
Yeah, the Open. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. They moved all these things around. It messes me up.
Brett, anything last words, sir?
No, I'm all good. Any Aussie PGA pros out there listening? We've got webinars coming up this week and next week, so jump into those. And PGA Expo, there's a fairly decent name coming that I can't talk about just yet. Going to be announced this week, but I'll be able to talk about them next podcast next week.
Next podcast, are we going to make a special announcement?
Yeah, it's coming out in comms to all PGA pros this week, or should be coming out this week, and then I can talk about it next week. So
Beautiful.
It should be cool.
That'd be awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching Golf's most interactive online show, participating tonight. We're on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook. And we also have this as a podcast on iTunes and Stitcher and TuneIn Radio and just about everywhere else you can listen to it. So thank you so much for subscribing everywhere around the world. And we'll be back next Sunday night. Have a good one, you guys.
See you guys. Have a good week.
See you guys.
See you at the PGA.
That's right.